Oh yeah, you're on your iPad, it's working.
Well, Jenkins.
Jeff is back.
Wait, this was confiscated.
Jeff again.
Jeff.
Oh.
All right.
Nicole, where's your husband at?
Ashlyn.
See about Jenkins there. Hey, all y'all. How y'all doing?
Tish, is that Tish and Colton?
Bobby, you might keep an eye on this too.
Colton.
Yes, sir.
Come check it out.
I'm trying my best. I'm not going to guarantee.
Oh, you're guaranteed.
Okay.
Huh.
Wow!
Sorry, I don't do well. I just do.
Just
You know why? You know why the fish never could do anything wrong? They kept blaming it on salmonella. Salmonella.
No.
No?
No.
That was a good one.
That was bad. That's
Nice
so
forehead,
bad.
Bobby.
Oh.
How do I do it? How do I put up with these guys? Holy
Left
shit.
hooks.
Head kicks.
Left hooks and head kicks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to give a minute here and get started. So we have Facebook Live at South 14th and Buffalo Gap, and this is the last time we're doing Facebook Live as our structured classes because that's exclusive to our members, which will be on Zoom. So make sure all our members know how to connect on Zoom. It's interactive anyway. We can see you and talk to you, and we can improve and just continue our martial arts training. That's what we're here to do, is to continue our martial arts training. Not to quit, not to give up. You know what? Not to slow down. How about you speed up? How about right now you do even more, right? So you take advantage of the opportunity, because the opportunity is always in the now. You can't ever have this time back again. The time is here, the time is now. You can't replace it. So take advantage of it and do the most that you can and work hard and work double time, you know, right? If you guys are confined or, you know, not as busy as normal, then how about we all make a challenge for some two-a-days, you know, right? It doesn't have to be very long. You could spend 10 minutes once, you could spend an hour the next, but just think yourself about doubling up and what can you do? Can you do a little bit more with your martial arts training, with your fitness? Then here's a good time to go ahead and do it right now. All right, so the members will connect to Zoom. We have Facebook Live one more time here, and we're still going to be on track to earn our stripes, to get ready for belt, and to get back into the dojo as soon as possible and continue training. All right, guys, it's time for martial arts. This is a teen and adult class, so everybody stand up, move around, get yourself some space, and let's join in. So if I have beginners and I have advanced, then we have to kind of talk in the middle and make something for everyone, you know, understood on what you can do for you. So the terms that we're going to begin with is shadow fighting. Shadow fighting. I think it was, you know, typically called shadow boxing, but we're not just boxing, so I like shadow fighting. You can shadow fight anything, really. Maybe similar to a traditional kata, an imaginary routine of movements put together where you're forced to move, face different ways. But in the shadow fighting, you're not always spoon-fed. We could shadow fight a combo. I tell you to go jab, cross, hook, and you do it over and over. But listen to me. You have to be creative enough to develop some good habits. Here's some benefits of shadow fighting in general. One is a workout. So it kind of replaces the same old workout. You're building good combinations and habits of doing stuff. So you get confidence in combinations because you do the same thing a lot over and over. When you shadow fight, you gain a lot of self-awareness. You become more aware of yourself as far as what works better for you. Because if someone's not telling you what to do, and you're being creative and making combinations up, and maybe trying something different, I don't know about that move, but then you find something that works better for you, you know? Maybe Sifu's right leg is better. Maybe my left leg is better. Maybe Aaron loves uppercuts. Maybe his favorite punch is an overhand right. Well, shadow boxing is an opportunity for you to be yourself and to figure out a little bit about yourself and your body mechanics and what you do better. And you can tell, man, you can tell when it's comfortable and it's with ease. A good martial artist is a professional who looks good at what they do, don't have to think a lot about it. So when you shadow fight enough, you're going to get that repetition. Last thing I'll say about shadow fighting, and we're going to go over it, is that it's somewhat of a disguised or an active meditation. I know when I'm shadow fighting, and I might either have some good music going, or I'm just in a quiet place, and it's almost like I'm meditating, but I'm doing actively with combinations. Shadow fighting can be a great way for you to visualize a real fight, and you've seen it, and you felt it, and you've been there, and you've already done it before. So if you've done it enough, and then when and if it is to happen, it's like you've already been there before. I've shadow fighted this punch so many times, and I visualized the person, I visualized the nose, I visualized the success of the attack. So you get confident in your combos and through some active meditation. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some active shadow fighting, all right? We'll kind of spoon feed you and walk you through it, some steps, and then in between we're going to stop and do some fitness. So we're going to shadow box, and then I don't know, we're going to do some push-ups or squats and get a light workout in before we go to our technique. So you guys better be ready right now. I'm watching you. I'm watching you guys too, all right? So let's pay attention. Feet together, set. Take a deep breath in through nose, out through mouth. Focus on where you are and what you're doing, and commit to giving your best. The bow is a sign of respect, but I like to think a lot of times that the bow is a contract. The bow is an agreement that we're ready. We're ready to train hard. So let's take the time and appreciate the opportunity that we have to train hard. Bow. And let's train hard. So shadow fight. My steps easily first would be footwork. So maybe you step drag. Face different directions. Fight don't stay in one place. Face a different wall, a different corner. Maybe you advance your footwork, to rhythm bounce, to duck walk, evading in, evading out. But shadow fight and start with only your footwork, because that's your movement. What gets you in and out from A to B, right? So move. When you're shadow fighting, start adding some level changes. Squat down, bob, level change, some slipping, some weaving, some head movement. Your head is always going to be a target in a fight. There are head hunters that are hunting your head. So the more you move it, the least it's going to get hit. All right, now let's add to our footwork and movement. Shadow box, just your punches, literally boxing. Work off your number one a lot, your jab. Your jab can be thrown different ways. Straight, backhand, double, triple, switches, feints. Love the most? A double jab. Once you find your range with your jab, start setting up the right hand, left hook, the uppercuts, variations of punches. So add your footwork with some head movement and boxing only. Shadow box. So I like us building, guys. Let's build. Let's add a thing at a time, So now from there, we start kicking. Basics, lead front kicks, lead side kicks, turn round, back, jump, spin, flip, flop, fly, whatever. Jump, spin, flip, flop, fly. Be the ninja you are. Flip, flop, fly. Do that kick. And you're shadow fighting. So basically now, we're putting it all together. So I'm going to feed you. Ready? Footwork, head movement, boxing, kicking, combinations of everything together. Find your flavor. Now do the things you do best. Be self-aware, learn, improve, work hard. You guys should be sweating a little bit. Come on. The air doesn't hit you back, so you can hit it pretty hard.
Come on now, kick.
Get your intensity, get your seriousness.
Good job,
Get in the flow, get in the zone. Keep punching, keep
There you go,
moving.
Jeff. Good job.
Good job, Vanessa.
Very good, guys.
And run in place. So we're going to do the burpees with the push-ups. We call it the 5 count because you go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ready? Run in place. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run in place. Go. I'm going to leave it up to you. Everyone's different. You're going to do up to 5 push-ups, So you're going to go down. You can pump 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. And then come back up. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What if we did just one?
Half one.
Fell down a little bit. Yeah.
I already taught 2 kids classes today. Go! 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 And back to freestyle shadow fighting. Find the combinations you like best. Good job.
Keep it up, guys.
There you go, Nicole.
Go strong.
Good. Just keep moving. Keep punching, Sarah. Good job.
Nice head movement, guys.
Good job.
Yeah. There you go, Allison. Good. Alex is doing good. Colton.
Keep going.
Linda. Good.
Good job, Ian.
Run in place. Let's go. Active shadow fight. Let's put some fitness in here. Run in place. So we're going to set back with the lunge. Control the motion. If you have injured knee, just don't do it or go to some modified short crunches. So let's just go back, lunge, and alternate. Keep your back more straight, guys. With your legs. Should have some music. So they can hear me breathing hard.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Can we sing you a song?
And no. I remember we did karaoke before.
Over the rainbow. Way up.
Come on, lower, faster, let's go. Don't cheat yourself, work hard. Back to shadow fighting, go. Looking good. Don't hit me, Tom. And run in place. Just get that heart rate up, break a sweat, cardio, endurance, stamina. It's important. I've seen too many times, street, sport, competition, whatever. Competition and sport's the same, I guess, right? 2 fighters that are pretty equal in skill. And what made the difference in win or lose was conditioning. Who was in better shape? You never know. You should always be prepared for a fight. Maybe you don't have a competition. Maybe you have a belt test. Maybe you just have life to live and you never know when something's going to happen. So prior proper planning prevents poor performance. 6 P's or 7 P's.
Yeah, I mean, if you
I
had that.
had something
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah, that.
prepare is all I'm saying. Conditioning goes a long ways. We could all be in better shape. Okay, let's do some mountain climbers. Knees to elbows. Come on, climb that mountain.
Heard about something here.
What do you call it? Go, bro.
Riding.
Faster! Up. Breathe. Sometimes you get lightheaded on that, so breathe. And shadow fight. One more time. Go. A good point here, straight punches. A lot of straight punches. Not only to the head, but to the body. Visualize. Head, body. Level change. Punch it out, guys. Roll it over. Hit those two big knuckles. And use your hips.
Oh, young grasshopper.
Come on, keep. There you go.
So you do the 7 elbows. And you can do the self-defense one.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, everyone up. So Sifu Cerda is going to teach you guys some important self-defense combatives, as well as then Sifu Presley. So pay close attention, stay focused, keep that respect and courtesy. We're just doing it virtually, you know? A little respect goes a long way. You together, set?
All right, guys. So a lot of times in self-defense, when we're doing our combative strikes and everything else, you'll find yourself in different ranges and different distances, right? So, like if Mr. Presley was out here, I could throw my kicks from here. On side a little bit further, I can throw my punches from here. Inside a little bit further, I can start throwing my knees and elbows and headbutts, right? So we have a lot of different versions of all those, and one of the ones that we're going to do right now is elbows. Now, elbows are, one, super dangerous, so don't just go elbowing your spouse, but they're super, super effective. I've seen and done multiple fights where I've seen them get finished with just elbows. And there's different versions of it. So I'm going to go over 7 different ones right now. So first, let's get in our defensive stance, because our defensive stance is a lot less aggressive. Our hands are open. We're trying to avoid the situation. Now, we get the person in too close. If y'all remember when we talked about our ranges and understanding what's comfortable and uncomfortable, right? So this is that really uncomfortable position where they're in nice and tight. And our 7 elbows. So the first one is just going to go straight horizontal with the ground. So we're going to take with your left hand, the lead elbow. I want you to keep your hands open, and you're going to turn your palm facing the ground. And then take your thumb and almost touch your shoulder with it. And you're literally just going to come straight across, horizontally across. And you can go to like chin, eyebrows. This is a good point of bone to bone. Normally we talk about hit something hard with something soft, or something soft with something hard. This would be one of those exceptions. You're actually going to go elbow, which is a bone, to another bony part, because it will cut and deep. So be careful when you're doing this with a partner. But I want you to go straight across with your left elbow. Make sure you keep the other hand up. Because you're in nice and tight, you still need to be prepared to block certain things or anything that's coming around, either control and grab, or just be prepared for a punch coming at you, right? So take your left hand and elbow right across, and then you have the same one with the right hand, elbow right across. So these are your cutting elbows right across. So let me see left hand and then right hand. Again, left hand and right hand. Nice, quick and fast, and then recover just as quick as you throw it. Recover back to your normal stance again. Left hand again, and right hand. Good. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going to go straight up. If you think of Scarecrow Drill 1, and we and I guess a couple of Scarecrow, couple of elbows in those Scarecrow drills. Scarecrow Drill 1 has the elbow coming straight up underneath. So instead of going horizontal, we're going to go straight up and down, our 12 to 6 or 6 to 12 in this case. So your left hand, same thing. Keep your hand open, lead with your pinky, tuck your thumb into your shoulder, and go straight up, almost like you're doing a cover block, except inside. And you can still kind of use the cover block as a strike.
Definitely.
Or block's a strike, or strike's a block, right? So elbow straight up underneath, and then same thing with your right hand, elbow underneath. Good, let me see the left hand and your right hand. Good job. Make sure you keep that other hand up, Allison. There you go. Good. So one hand, other hand. Good. So we have 2 elbows so far. Our horizontal elbow side strike number 1, all the way across to the side. And the other hand all the way across to the side. And then number 2, which is straight up and down. So 6 to 12. And then the right hand. Good. Now we're going to reverse it. We're going to go straight down this time. So instead of going from 6 to 12, we're going to go 12 to 6. Okay, so the first 2 was based off of me coming across or inside close. This one, let's say that I ended up kneeing him and he's folded over. Now's a good time to have that 12 to 6 elbow. You can go to the spine, neck. There's a lot of different places, a lot of different areas you can do this. But we're going to go straight up and straight down. This is a really strong, powerful elbow. That's kind of why it's illegal to do in UFC. Yeah, so it's a legal move to do in UFC because it is such a damaging blow. And if y'all were on yesterday, whenever Grandmaster talked about your distance, your direction, and then the decision to cause damage, right? So this would be one of those that causes that damage. Let me see your number 3 from 12 to 6. Now don't forget to bend your knees and sink your weight into the ground. it's similar to you doing your hammer fist, where you sink your way into the ground, except with the point of your elbow straight down. Let me see. Straight down with your left hand, right hand. Good. Left hand, right hand. So a quick review of all three of them. Number 1 is horizontal. Number 2 is 6 to 12. And number 3 is 12 to 6. Good. Now in certain situations, you find yourself to the side, right? So instead of me just straight facing forward or behind him, he's to my side, maybe to the side. When you go that direction, take that leg that is the same side as the hand you're throwing and take a small step with it. So instead of just using your arm, you're thrusting your body into it. Almost like you would with any of your punches. You're sinking your weight into the ground using your body, and you have those 4 elbows. Going straight out to the side with your left hand, and then straight out to the side with your right hand. Good. So left hand, right hand. Good. Real quick, so we can review all 4 of those before we do the last 3. I'm going to let y'all do it. I'll let Mr. Sifu Presley show you what it looks like. So elbow number 1, he's sliding right across horizontally. Good. Other hand. Woo. Again with left hand and right hand. Good. Number 2 is straight from 6 to 12. He's going straight underneath. Good. Other hand. Number 3 is down from 12 to 6. And then number 4 is to the side. Jeez, Tommy. And the other side. Good job. Solid strikes. Just like we started off with those shadow boxing. I want y'all to shadow box those 4 elbow strikes. Horizontally, vertically up, vertically down, and then to each side. I'm going to watch y'all do these real quick and see how y'all are looking at them real quick before we go to the last 3.
So you might want to remind them to block side of your face.
Looking good, man. Jeff's got it down. Colton's doing good.
Good job, guys.
There you go, Ian.
Just like we did with the first elbow strike, whenever you kept that other hand up, make sure you keep those hands up nice and tight when you're doing any of these. So if you're going up, the other hand's up nice and tight. If you're going to the side, the other hand's still nice and tight. Keeping those hands up just in case. Good job, guys. Good. So we'll move on. All right, so number 5. We're kind of working our way around the body. This time, maybe Tommy's in a little bit too close, or Sifu Presley here, I'm sorry. He's in a little bit too close, or even when we get into our bear hug escapes. I need to have some kind of strike to loosen his grip a little bit. So it's the same elbow strike instead of going to the side. I'm keeping my elbow in nice and tight, sliding it right back behind me, and turning my hip into the strike. So it's an elbow strike straight behind you. Don't overextend it so you're coming like way up. That's going to be a different strike. So keep it in nice and tight, and then ricochet it back, almost like a basketball would when it hits the ground. Ricochet it back inside. Let me see. Good. So you have one side and the other side. Again, one side and the other side. Good job, guys. You're doing awesome. Number 6. Number 5 leads into number 6. If Mr. Presley or Sifu Presley here is grabbing me from behind and I strike down low, then his body's leaning down. So now I come up straight up underneath from behind. Your body's going to bend over just a little bit. And now I take this 90-degree angle and turn it down to the side. So it's almost like I'm trying to put something in my pocket. Except I just take something out of your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're taking something out of your pocket,
There we go.
There you go. It's the elbow coming straight up from behind you. There you go, good. If you get bent over inside anywhere close, it's coming right up underneath the chin. If you can imagine elbowing somebody underneath the chin. Let's see what it looks like. Come here. I'm just kidding. So, all 6 elbows so far. Number 1 is horizontal. Number 2 is straight up and down. Number 3 is down. Good. Number 4 is to the side. Number 5 is straight behind you. And number 6 is straight up from behind you. Good. And then number 7, this is the last one. This is one that you would more experience up against the wall, if you have somebody pinned against the wall or even on the ground. So most of these were cutting elbows, and they're designed to cut something. This one's a thrusting elbow. This one's designed to cause destruction, damage. Not destruction, yeah, damage. So this was designed to cause damage. Now, if I do like a thrusting elbow on Mr. Presley while he's just standing here, it would hurt, but it would push him back. Now this would be one, like I said, if Mr. Presley was on the ground, I was on top, or had him up against a wall, it would be a little bit more effective because there's nowhere for him to go. But it's the same concept as number one, but instead of coming all the way across, I'm actually lunging forward with it. So similar to you throwing your right cross, except it's just elbow thrusting straight forward. It is a solid, just thrusting, crushing elbow. Let me see your left hand take that step forward with that same side leg, and then the same thing with your right leg. Good job. So
There
you're
you
thrusting
go.
forward
Looking
with your
good,
left
Ryan.
hand.
Good, Allison.
Right.
Colton.
Good job.
Ashlyn.
Left hand,
Nice.
right hand.
Excellent.
Nice.
Good job, sir.
Let's do one more quick review of all 7 of them. Ready? Horizontal, number 1. Number
Strong.
2 is from 6 to 12. Nice, guys. Number 3 is from 12 to 6. Number 4 is to the side. Taking that step to the side. What was that, number 4? Number 5 is straight back behind you. Number 6 is up from behind you. And number 7 is thrusting forward with it. Good job, guys.
7 elbows.
It's all
All right,
7
got it.
elbows. Yes, sir.
All right. Guys, come on in. Relax. Up.
Bill has a pretty decent elbows.
Feet together set. Practice your elbows. Don't forget them. They're solid weapons. We used to say when all else fails, elbows and knees. You know, you're not going to hurt your hand. You're not going to hurt your foot, your ankle. If you got some good backup mass with the elbows and knees. Close range. There's many things you can do with them. But solid techniques. Many fights finish there. Because they can be just clipping and cutting. Just up, down, pow. All kinds of ways to throw the force with the elbows, you know. You want a couple fights with just straight elbows.
3.
Ground and pound, just repeatedly, over and over. It's like razor blades at times, throwing those elbows. All right? So let's move on, guys. We got 2 more things for you real quick. We got a solid, basic self-defense combination, and then we're going to finish with some good kickboxing. So the solid self-defense combination is simple and practical, something that you can do easily on both sides to build solid coordination, and just commit to predator to prey. Commit, you know, to attacking and going forward and finishing this. So this is realistic self-defense where you tried all the other options.
Yes,
You
sir.
tried the distance, the communication, the direction, but now the threat is there and you have to protect yourself. So Sifu Presley, you want to
Yes, sir.
teach the self-defense combo for the day?
Yes, sir. All right, guys, you always hear us say, for every action, there's a reaction. This is a reactionary drill off of someone is trying to take and grab you, they're raising their hand to punch you. Your first reaction is going to be, of course, to bring your hands up into that defensive stance. Good. Hands up, elbows in tight, chin down, very good. From here, you're going to take your power leg, your back leg, guys. You're going to use that back leg for the thrust kick. You use that back leg to thrust your kick right straight to the groin into the A-frame. When you do this kick, don't bend your leg. Keep your leg straight. This is a self-defense kick. Ready? Let's practice this. It's kind of hard to do. Just keep your leg straight. Kick. 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 You'll be hitting with your shin, and that's what's making the contact to the groin. Good. From here, after you hit the groin, it's going to create a reaction. I'm going to borrow Sifu Cerda real quick. Okay. If he turns around, raises his hand, and I kick, boom, he's down. I'm going to land that leg in front. From there, I'm going to throw 2 strikes, 2 downward hammer fists. With that forward rotation, like Grandmaster was talking about yesterday, striking right here to the base of the neck. That's going to be my ending point for this individual. But I'm going to finish him off with 1 more strike. But let's go over that one more time. So he moves his hand, I kick, getting my reaction, rotating my shoulder, striking with downward hammer fist. 1, 2. I want you to practice that a couple times. Yes, sir? All right, let's go. Kick, hammer, hammer. Good. Kick, hammer, hammer. 1 more. Kick, hammer, hammer. Off of those 3 strikes, this last strike, we call this the finisher. What it basically is going to do is create that thing we always tell you guys do. Create distance between you and the aggressor. We're going to do that by give an old-fashioned knee to the face. Nothing's better for someone. All right? So, from here we hit the groin strike. We're going forward with that first hammer, that second hammer. There we're going to take that back knee. We're going to thrust it right straight forward, right into their face. One more time. Hands up. Forward kick. Land in front. One hammer, two hammer. Boom. Explode with that back knee. Hit any person in the face. Shadow work that, guys. Make it a fast one move reaction. Just as simple. And drive through. Go. See who's got this.
Make it strong, guys.
Come on, powerful guys. Drive
Kick,
through.
Punch, punch, knee. Feel the pattern. Kick, punch, punch, knee, and then
Good job,
move.
Nicole.
Good.
That's very good, Nicole.
Hammer, hammer, knee. Good job.
Bend the knees. Make it strong.
And always remember, guys, the last move is move. So after you hit that knee, correct that distance. Even though you hit them, you don't know. So people got some hard heads. Good. Who's got this bad? Very good.
Alex,
If
act
you
like
need
you're
your
gonna
spouse,
change levels when you're hammering.
would that make them needy?
That's
That
funny.
was good.
I don't know about that one.
No, no, that was good.
What do you think, GM?
Yeah, I think they're good. It's nice and solid, man.
So let's show you guys this. Good feet together set. I'm going to have Sifu Cerda do this on the pad. Oh, both of you. Oh, both of y'all. Grandmaster, you want to hold the pad. Sifu Cerda, demonstrate. Nice.
I don't like holding the pad for those guys. It's no fun anymore.
Oh, like it.
All right, guys, good feet together set.
And I like that because of the simplicity and being able to do it on either side. Because, you know, with adrenal stress, you want to have things that are kind of hardwired in, you can just react with. So solid self-defense, guys. All right, I told you we're going to finish up today with some kickboxing. So let's think in kickboxing mind real quick. Which in the essence, is it self-defense? Is it sport? Dude, it's fighting, you know. And you never know when you need to throw these and with an intelligent way to get the most out of it, right? And have fun. And, you know, get you a bag and punch some stuff. And you'll see how the kickboxing is going to burn the calories as well as give you some good resistance strength. So fighting stance. We talk a whole lot about the 3-2 transition. This means a hook is the number 3 punch, a cross is the number 2 punch. So what I mean by transition is if I start with the hook, I can go to a cross. Wouldn't that be a 3-2? Or if I start with the cross, I go with the hook. Wouldn't that be a 2-3? Right? And that's off of 2 appropriate punches, cross to hook or hook to cross. So let's go one step further and just transition with 3 appropriate punches. So hands up. If you start up top with your number 3, left hook, then you're just going to add cross hook. Cross to hook. 3, 2, 3. Body movement, cross, hook, cross. Try it. Yeah, hook, cross. That's what I said.
Nice.
I can't help what you heard. We're live.
What happened was.
We start with the hook. 3, 2, 3. Shoulders, hips, knees. At the end of the day, you got to put some intention. You know, what is the intention? Well, you know, you got to be a little relentless. You got to put some intention to do the damage to protect yourself. Or get stronger. Get stronger. 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Pretty simple? All right, so now if we think on the bottom line of finishing and clearing out with the bigger limb, the kick. So if the last punch thrown is the right, 3, 2, 3 is the hook, we finish with the right kick. It's just going to be the opposite. So here, so if I go hook, cross, hook, I'm going to finish with the rear leg round kick. What's great about this is you can pick your level. I can go 3, 2, 3 to the leg. I can go 3, 2, 3 to the body. If you have the flexibility, you want to aim the round kick to the neck. So do 3, 2, 3, and then add the rear round kick. Shadow fight it, go. Hook, cross, hook, rear leg round kick. Last move is move. Face different ways. You're shadow boxing specifically now instead of freestyle. If you have a bag you can hit, some of you guys have bags, yeah, hit the bag.
Good job, guys.
Nice.
And relax. Good, guys. I said in one of the classes yesterday something that, I like to say things that we can easily remember that are kind of anchored in once again. But there's a real thing as bag habits. So when you think of the term bad habits, you got a bad habit that you do, but there's also a bad habit that can be really bad. And when you think about it, what happens is you take for granted that this bag doesn't hit your back like a human does, and you'll stand in front of it. So if you're on a bag, train on the bag as if it's a person. So you're in here and you're aware. When do you get in? When's your timing? 3, 2, 3, hit, and move. Where you don't get hit back. There are people that can look superb on a bag, and then you put them in a sparring session and they get destroyed because they're not used to something hitting them back, right? And Bruce Lee said, boards don't hit back, well, bags don't hit back, so don't make bag habits. Another bag habit is with gloves, not making a good fist, and just certain things that I could get into how you would, or the circumference of throwing your punches and this and that. But make good habits even on a bag. All right, let's go to the next transition. 2-3-2, which is cross hook cross. We're going to add the opposite kick, which is a lead kick. The lead kick could just be a quick inside kick to the ankle, to the calf, to the leg, to the liver, to the body, the head, whatever, right? Or you can do the switch. Let's try to go with this. Cross, hook, cross, lead kick. So let's turn this way. What I like, cross, hook, cross, is step through. So I'm opening the hip and just kicking through, I like that to the leg. To the body, I like a switch. 2, 3, 2, switch. Oh, right here to the liver. Okay? I recently put a video out, so just go to the YouTube, James Cox Premier Martial Arts, about lead kicks, and really breaks down all of that mechanics a lot better. So make sure you watch that video. Okay, so let's shadow fight that. Go. Cross hook, cross, lead kick, or switch kick.
Good job, guys. Snap those punches back. As soon as you throw it, it's got to come right back to your chin.
Yep.
There you go.
Return and delivery.
If you're kickboxing on the back, you kick back.
Bag habit and kick bagging.
The rappers.
It's a song.
The payment rappers.
All right, guys, up. So we're at the second combo. We start cross, hook, cross, lead kick. Start cross, hook, cross, lead kick. 2 really solid combinations. All right, there's opportunity in life. There's opportunity in fighting. There's opportunity everywhere. And it's there and then it's gone. So in a fighting situation, the opportunity may be, let's say this guy's dropping his right hand. And I had an opportunity to throw the left hook, and I did it. Now his hand's back up. Or even worse, he hits me first. Take advantage of a missed opportunity, someone else gets that. You got to think about it. So always have a little bit of knowledge of what's going on. This is the ultimate weapon, and take advantage of the opportunity. As you do that, hurry and get your punches back in. That was my first point. Don't just leave the punch out there. This gives him opportunity to counter, all right? So you almost got to think of these as being your doors that are closed, and when they come back, they're back closed. 2 closed doors makes it hard for someone to enter. And you're purposely giving them a window to punch through, which makes my defenses a lot better. Versus here, dude, he has all the opportunity. So best offense, good defense, yeah, maybe, right? So hands and elbows in. The lesson is as soon as you see an opportunity, take advantage of it. And the other lesson is bring your punches back so you don't give him opportunity. As quick as it goes out, booyah, it comes right back, and you look solid once again. Booyah. All right? Feet together, set. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure working with you today. A little workout, self-defense, kickboxing. I'm fortunate to have great instructors. Patrick McDaniel, Richard Pralta, Jesse Cantu, the Jiu-Jitsu people I've worked with all over the world, different people here and there that have helped me. John Hackelman, just time that I've spent with these guys that has given me things that I can pass on. And it's a combination of learning and growing and never stop. Always being a student, I feel that I want to be a white belt all of the time so that I can learn. And having good instructors that help me have good black belts. People like Sifu Presley, Sifu Cerda, and all the hundreds others that we have. you know, going around and continuing. So we're on the journey to become excellent black belts, or to become black belts so you can be white belts again. Yeah. So I'll see you in class. Feet together. Bow.
We're not going to do our